Welcome back to the Brocast. We're at the Eagle's Nest here, hanging out. I'm Sean.
Oh,
Kevin.
Ryan.
And we are
the Parlay Bros.
Welcome back from Poland.
Why, thank you very much. It was great being on location, watching the Broncos play the Jets. As I mentioned on the short, to bet the Broncos, they did cover. So it's always kind of fun when you pick a bet and it goes through.
Yes. Yeah, and to tie it together, I was on a little fishing trip. On my short I did, we watched the game on a little cabin. So I was thinking about you over there. So awesome weekend, lots of stuff to cover for football games, so we'll get into that. We'll start with some NFL, and then I'll wrap us up with some college football. So let's talk about last week.
Great week last week. 3 for 3. Got the lucky duck again here.
That's 2 in a row, right? 2 3 for 3s?
Not 2 in a row, but I did get it twice now. So I've been on a 2 for 3 minimum, and then the 3 for 3. I think it spread out about 2 weeks ago. So
awesome, man. Yeah.
NFL's been good. It's been fun. It's kind of wild though too, because as long as you kind of pick, like, I'm not a huge more than 7 points, because it's like the sweet spot.
Yep.
Field goals are good, that kind of thing. So as long as I stay within my little niche, it just kind of works for me. So, but we had some really cool games. We watched. Matter of fact, we watched the NFL games here on Sunday.
Yep, definitely.
So that was fun. That was fun to do. But couple games.
It's always fun when you're 3 for 3 because that means you're very profitable.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yes. No. It's been a very consistent season, so it's pretty cool. I guess we could kind of recap some of the games. I did pick Carolina over the Jets. It was 13-6 Carolina. Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard combined for over 110 yards rushing, so that was pretty good.
This was the Mike Vrabel chip on the shoulder, right?
No. Mike Vrabel played for the Patriots. He's coaching for the Patriots. Matter of fact, that game went Patriots 31, Tennessee 13.
So you called it.
I did say
you did,
so.
yes.
Revenge game.
That was the revenge spot. I looked at you and I said, "You like the story? You're excited about it." It was a great story, and it was like we talked about the week before. And I even talked about, and actually I talked about it last week. It was Drake May is consistently thrown for 2 touchdowns a game minimum. The only game he didn't do that was against the Bills, but didn't need to. He threw for 2 touchdowns, threw for 222 yards passing. It was just a good game for them, and at the very end, I think I sent you a screenshot of Vrabel with the playbook up in the air, and it was just a victory. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was pick number 2, and then pick number 3 was I did take the Browns over Miami. They were a 2.5 point favorite, I think.
Yep.
That game ended up at 31-6 Dolphins. Yeah. Me and Moneyline Kev did a short about. I said Judkins would get over 100 yards rushing. Just shy. He was at 94 yards rushing, but he had 3 touchdowns. Yeah. So I feel like it's a compensation.
You get at least 10 yards for every touchdown.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
We got to talk to Hard Rock about that.
That's right. It's got to do that.
Doesn't feel right.
So those are my 3. Like I said, the only one that was at 7 points was Patriots. Didn't bat an eye when it came to Vrabel back in Tennessee after being fired. Just made sense.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So for me, I did not go 3 and 3 again. I went 2 and 3.
Hey,
not
winning.
too bad.
Making money.
Making money. Yeah. I feel like one of my picks though that I was teetering on, I could have replaced because I did mention that JSN was going to get a touchdown.
Yep.
And he did. First touchdown of the game on Monday night. So
love it.
Yeah, I should have taken that, but that's okay. 2 out of 3 still good. And so the first pick that I made last week was the Colts over the Chargers. The Colts were the underdog, but only by 1.5 points. It wasn't a big spread, but the Colts dominated that first half. It was a little bit of a scary second half, but they were able to hold off the Chargers, which is good for me.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the Colts, and we talked about it before, are just like that team that's like, they're just dominating that division. I mean, I just
it's interesting. At first, I thought it was like a cute story, but now I'm like, they're actually a real team.
Yeah.
I'm watching the team, and I'm like, they are actually really, really good.
It's the quarterback, it's the running back, it's the receivers, all about that team. And then that rookie that they drafted, Warren. I just think he's a great asset.
Tyler Warren, the tight end.
Tight end.
He's treating me well in fantasy.
Yeah, I believe it really well. Pick.
The second one that I picked was Green Bay at plus 6.5 against Arizona. So it was a. Wait, was it plus? No, it was minus 6.5.
And it was in Arizona, right? Was it at home?
It was in Arizona.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
And I was expecting Green Bay to go over there and just.
Well, Kyler Murray didn't play, so we expected to see the team fall down a little bit, but they actually played better. They're actually now talking that Kyler Murray may not be the starter going forward.
Hot take, I do think Jacoby Brissett is better.
I think so too. They're actually
team.
saying there's quite the controversy going on now.
So it was a surprising game with Jacoby Brissett. Ultimately, Green Bay did win, but it was only by 3 points.
Yep. A lot of people had Green Bay and Survivor, including this guy here, and so it was quite the sweat.
It was a sweat towards the end.
It was a very big sweat. You guys were lucky to be on Kansas City, which was not a sweat. That was called
that was a ride.
Chair bet.
When you pull your starting team in the fourth quarter, you know you're having a good day.
That's how you're doing well.
Definitely.
So that was the one that I lost, but the other one that I won was Jordan Love over 11.5 rushing yards. So
I remember when you talked about that. That makes so much sense.
It's it's almost always a good pick.
Do you remember what he ended up with?
He ended up with, I believe, 14.
Okay.
Interesting. It was.
I love betting quarterbacks rushing. I love that. That's like one of my favorite things to do.
In this league, mobile quarterbacks, they scramble.
Telling you.
Unless they get stuck to punch.
And he actually hit it in the third quarter, so didn't have to sweat it too much.
Yeah, I love it.
That's pretty good. And like I said, the JSN pick, I should have taken that one over the Green Bay pick. I didn't know that it was going to be such a close game, but JSN, he had to get a touchdown.
It wasn't even. It shouldn't have been a close game, which is wild. Because if you watch Houston play that game, they looked like they couldn't get anything going on offense.
They're absolutely terrible.
I think one of the first. No, you start JSN. Correct, because Seattle played Houston. So that game, Arizona. I think their first touchdown of the game was like a sack, fumble in the end zone.
Touchdown,
that was the touchdown. So that was their first touchdown. I think that was their only touchdown of the game actually. So they couldn't get anything going at all. Nico Collins looked off. I think he may not even play this week.
He's not playing.
I think, and then the Christian Kirk was. I don't think he played at all. So it's just it was weird to see a team was it Monday Night Football that just couldn't get anything going. So I'm really looking at kind of and this might be a little bit of a look ahead foreshadowing, but I'm kind of fading Arizona right now. I'm sorry, Texas.
And then the short that we had, because you were talking about the short when we were playing golf. I did take Drake May, 2 touchdowns, and I mean that's almost always a lock now, now. So it's looking forward to this week.
Yeah, one thing I love about our podcast is all the bets we mentioned, we actually make these bets on our accounts. So it's actually a lot of fun to kind of go back and see how we did. Obviously, I had to make any bets because I wasn't here last week, but I do have to wear the hat of shame. The reason being is the prior week we went head-to-head. Kansas City played Detroit, and I had Detroit power rated higher, which was incorrect. Kansas City has really made a turn. It is amazing now with Rashida Rice back. That's how much better they are. That team is clicking on all cylinders. They completely killed the Raiders, and it's interesting to see even
the Lions. They were playing the Lions.
No, when we did host, yeah.
But if you think about it, though, that's what they do. These guys are this is their championship level team. So they kind of know first couple games, whatever. Let's warm up.
No, it's crazy. And so moving on to this week. I'm calling this week the revenge week because 2 of my 3 picks are revenge picks.
I'm interested.
So the very first pick is Philadelphia to beat the Giants by over 7.5.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We all saw over a week and a half ago at Thursday night where New York just dominated Philadelphia. Absolutely shocking. One thing about in-live betting, what I like to do a lot is if a favorite's down, I'll kind of bet on them to kind of come back. And it usually works. It did not work on Thursday night. It
doesn't always work.
It does not always work. And so, because what happens is as soon as the favorite gets down, you obviously get the better numbers on it, and assuming that they would come back. And so that game I continued to pump money into Philly as they lost to the Giants. So I think they're going to come back with a vengeance. I think they're going to be quite. It's a bigger difference when you're at home. Mm-hmm. So Philadelphia will be at home here. So my first revenge pick will be Philadelphia over the Giants. Second revenge pick is I have Pittsburgh beating Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers now playing his old team. Aaron Rodgers is a player, you can tell he internalizes things, and he definitely gets up for games. Yep. And so I think he'll definitely get up for this game. And when you think of Mike Tomlin at home, Pittsburgh is just a different team at home. And so I really think, and the other thing that's crazy is, Green Bay is power rated quite high. When you look at their leading the division, and they're actually the number 1 seed in the NFC. I just don't believe in them. I watched that entire Arizona game, and they didn't look that great. I mean, Green Bay looked really good week 1 versus Detroit, but other than that, they haven't looked that great. And so I really think Pittsburgh's going to definitely kind of take it to them. And then the last game I have is New England over Cleveland. I think, as we all mentioned, Drake May has been just playing amazing. And I watched that Cleveland-Miami game. I know the weather was terrible, but Gabriel can't throw the ball very well. You know what I mean? And so you start to look at that team, and you're like, I just see New England's at a different level right now. And so those are my 3 picks. So once again, Philadelphia, -7.5, New England -7.5, and then Pittsburgh +2.5.
When I was looking at that game, the Browns game, I was trying to find some of the lines that stood out, and I'm like, the only thing that stood out was Judkins, rushing the ball 21, 22 times. Like it was just like that was the stat line.
Oh yeah.
There was no one else. I mean,
No.
a couple of they passed Harold Fanning, I think, a little bit. A couple of the tight ends and Njoku.
Yep.
But as far as like the ball going deep, like if you have Jerry Jeudy or any of the wide receivers on the Browns, like you're hurting a little bit.
Oh, you're definitely hurting.
It's all run game right now. It's going forward.
It's,
That's all they got.
Did you guys see that when Aaron Rodgers threw that touchdown and his lineman tackled him? He was so pissed off.
He was so
like,
mad.
I'm 40, man. Do not tackle me.
Yeah,
He was not happy.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let's not blow it like a knee or tear an ACL because of that.
Absolutely.
So money line,
Before we go into other games, I just want to talk about my losses last week.
Oh yeah.
yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Normally we do college, but I want to mix
Yeah.
it up. So I'll hit on my 1-3 last week, which was disappointing. Honestly, like a really weird week for college football. I'll do a real quick recap on the last week, and then we'll finish up with NFL. But my first loss was I am so disappointed in LSU. It's like Penn State, Clemson, LSU. There's some of these teams that you're like, what is up with these guys? But the Tigers were at Vanderbilt. They ended up losing 31-24, and I watched a lot of that game, and it's not good, man. The defense is okay, but to give up 31 points against Vanderbilt was not cool. They had a ton of penalties. They looked sloppy. That was a loss. I thought LSU would go in there and get a victory. So that was a bummer. The other game that was surprising to me, I'm pretty high on Ole Miss. They went to Georgia, not an easy place to play. They started off hot. Kirby Smart figured it out and kind of regrouped for the second half, but they ended up losing that in a shootout, 35-43. Quarterback for Ole Miss is playing awesome. But again, I thought Ole Miss would keep it closer and cover. And then the one game that I did win, and I watched a lot of this game too, Georgia Tech at Duke. They won 27-18. They covered the 6-point line, so that was cool. Haynes King is playing awesome. I think he's like 1-in-25 to win the Heisman, so he's kind of in that run. But those were my 1-3 record for last week.
Gotcha.
So, all right, what do we got for picks this week in the NFL?
You want the lucky duck to kick you guys off?
Do it.
We need more ducks, hopefully, next week.
Let's get some more ducks. We can get some more ducks. So, week 8 picks. My first pick, which was it's a really strange, and I'm really happy it worked out this way. I was a little nervous that by the time we recorded that my dog would not be live. It'd be like a favorite. Still a dog for some weird reason. The 49ers are a dog against Houston, at Houston. So for what's right now, we have questionable Nico Collins. We have questionable Christian Kirk. I don't think they're going to play. So you don't have no main receiver. I think their main receiver will be Jalen Noel. I think will be one of the top receivers. But also too, the tight end Schultz will be heavily dependent like they were last time against Seattle. All-purpose yards, over 200 all-purpose yards. I think I watched an interview where John Lynch talked about that he went in the locker room and he said, "Hey, we're going to run the ball 40 times this week." They ran for 36, so it's really close. They did because that's all they needed to do. When you have a healthy, when you have Trent Williams on the line, when you have George Kittle on the line, George Kittle caught 0 balls because they didn't need to do it. All they got to do was pass block, and it worked so well for CMC, and they ran the ball. They did a great job doing that. So I mean that was a big difference maker. So for me, I'm on the money line for the 49ers.
I like it.
That's pick
Very
one.
nice.
All right.
Pick 2, I am on Denver. Take the -3 versus the Cowboys in Denver. Did you guys watch that Denver Giants game?
Absolutely insane ending.
Yeah.
Absolutely
I was on the Giants
ending.
+7 on another bet that I didn't talk about, but I covered, which I was fine. But the ending to that game was, if he doesn't miss the field goal, we go to overtime, and then all bets are at that point just kind of off the table. Crazy game. It was fourth quarter. I think they show, if you watch a lot of the memes out there, you'll see the stat line was like third quarter. Going into fourth quarter, it was like 33 or 33-0. And then, or 32-0. Not sure exactly what it was, but then pretty much in the fourth quarter, they were able to come back. They missed a field goal to pretty much make it it was a 1-point game at that point. They were able to kind of cover the game at a field goal, so that was kind of wild to watch. It was nuts. They have a better defense. They're at home. I just like what Bo Nix is doing. Don't get me wrong. Dak Prescott.
Yep.
Now you have CeeDee Lamb. You still have George Pickens.
Yep.
They do a really great job together. Matter of fact, I think I saw one play last week where it was a bomb to CeeDee Lamb, and then George Pickens was kind of like babysitting, making sure that CeeDee got his touchdown his first game back. That was cool to watch.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just fun. It's almost like huge, like big octane. They go, all they can do, but the defense just isn't there. They just give up so many points. So if you have to ask me defense for defense, it's going to be Denver, and then we'll see if the offense can kind of keep up with them. So that's my second pick of that week.
Now, are you taking the money line or the points?
I'm taking points. -3 for sure. And at home, absolutely.
We don't know what the over/under on that game.
I don't know what the line is set.
It's at 50.5.
See, it's a high over/under.
It's a high over/under.
It's high over.
So, like, I know that Denver could, if they have their offense going, because they have a couple running backs. You got a couple running backs you can kind of go, and you got a couple receivers. I also think, real quick though, fourth quarter. I think me and my buddies were talking about it at lunch today. It was like going into the fourth quarter. I think that the Sean Payton had a particular script for Bo Nix. And Bo Nix was like, I'm not staying in the pocket. I'm a scrambler. And when he got out of the pocket, he got the first down, got the touchdown. I think he rushed for 2 touchdowns that game.
Yeah. He did.
So, and it was in the fourth quarter. So if you let the man play ball, let him play ball.
I think they'll let him do more of that.
Absolutely. Let him do what he's got to do. So, matter of fact, that might be another prop to look at, actually, is the Bo Nix rushing prop. Because if they let him do it in the fourth quarter, if they say, you know what, we're going to let you kind of do what you need to do to kind of win the game, that's going to happen. So I definitely will look at that. So
do they do all-purpose yards for quarterbacks, passing and rushing?
No. If you just do the rushing, it's pretty much just that. If you do the passing, it's going to be just that.
The funny thing about it, Sean Payton, he loves running his 2 running backs.
100%.
Like, he loves doing that. Like, with Drew Brees, you know, he had time in the pocket when he was with the Saints.
Yep.
So, like, Sean Payton, he can't do that with this quarterback.
No.
He can't do that with Bo Nix. He's got to let him loose and let him do what he does.
Yeah. No, I agree. And that's how you'll get more wins out of that game. Which, real quick, though, too, one bet I haven't talked about, we talked about this at lunch today, is speaking of that team in the division, the Chiefs are -130 in that division. If the Chiefs continue to do what they're doing, I love that pick for the division. So that might be a bet that I take going forward. And we talked about it too, maybe parlaying it with like the Colts, because the Colts seem to be running away with it. And then when you put those two together to win the division on the Hard Rock app, it was like +185.
Ooh, I like
so
that.
I think that's a good play. And even if you just don't want to parlay, let's say you want a safe bet, you're a Chiefs fan out there, get on that Chiefs -130, because if they continue to roll, because they're a 13.5-point favorite to, who are they playing?
Washington.
Commanders with a backup, because I believe I don't think Daniels plays. They win again, they become the favorite.
Yeah.
So if you like that play, that's a live play you can still take. So -130 in the division, that's a solid number.
Yeah, 130 is
that's
still good.
That's a perfect number. And it's not like a number where you're like, okay, you're taking a guess that this team's getting hot. The team is hot. Like, you're getting them at the right time.
Yeah, right.
You get Rashid Rice, 2 touchdowns last week.
Yep.
Get them while you can. That's another play I really like. It's not one of my picks, because I got to keep this stat line.
Got to keep
but
it tight.
I love that play.
That's
I love
cool.
it.
I like that. Yeah.
Absolute little tidbit.
Yeah.
Pick 3 for me: Bengals versus the Jets in Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a 6.5-point favorite. I'm a Bengals fan. I'm back. They're back. Cincinnati's back. They're doing what they got to do. Last week, Joe Flacco threw for 3 touchdowns. 342 yards. Watching, they call it the Unk Bowl. You had Unk Aaron Rodgers, and you had Unk Joe Flacco because of their age. I think they combined for over 80 years of age together. It was something crazy like that. Watching them go back and forth was absolutely amazing. Which, by the way, I know we always talk about Pittsburgh's defense, but the fact that they gave up 3 touchdowns, 342 to Joe Flacco, it makes sense now why the head coach was like, that he was mad. They had him in an interview. He's like, why are the Browns letting the quarterback go to an in-division team?
Yeah.
Because of this. This is
exactly.
Mike
Tomlin was really mad. After that game, still mad. Matter of fact. Because of that, right? So I love that. Jamar Chase, real quick, back to Joe Flacco for 342 yards. Jamar Chase. Anyone want to guess the yardage for Jamar Chase on that game?
How many he had?
How many yards receiving?
Well, I know the answer.
85.
No, he had 112, right?
161.
My man, this guy knows on the money. Boom.
When he's in Poland, he's doing
He does research. Love the guy. 161 for Jamar Chase, 1 touchdown. T. Higgins almost at 100 with 96 yards receiving.
Yep.
I mean, I think they said at the end, he's like, I'm gonna give the ball to the best receivers, and he did just that.
100%,
so
yeah.
I absolutely love that. So
Yeah.
I think for me, you definitely got to. You got to take him -6.5. That's my play. Those are my top 3. So recap: 49ers money line.
Yep.
Denver -3. And the Bengals -6.5.
All right.
Love it.
I like it.
I like him.
All right, Cab, what do you got?
So for me, it was a little tough for me to pick some teams this week, just because we have 6 teams on bye,
Yep.
and a lot of these lines make it seem like the underdogs are going to cover. I don't know why I feel that way. You feel that way too? You see Denver?
I did.
Yeah.
So many
many
-7s,
games.
-14s, There's too many points.
Yeah, exactly.
points.
And so you're going to laugh at me, but, well, you guys might laugh at me. Not these guys.
no.
They know what I'm doing.
Comments.
They know what I'm doing. So my first pick is actually going to be a teaser.
Ooh.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm going to take a 6-point teaser. So because of these lines scare me a little bit, I'm going to take Cincinnati. They're at -6.5 over the Jets.
Yep.
I'm going to take Atlanta. They're -7.5
Yep.
over Miami.
Yep.
Right.
And I'm going to take New England. They're -7 over, who was it, Cleveland, right?
Yep. Correct.
So that brings their points down. Cincinnati -1.5, Atlanta -0.5, right? Just 1 point, and then New England -1. So I feel like with that's gonna keep me in that safe area.
Totally agree.
Okay,
because
Can I interest you in throwing Philadelphia in that teaser with you?
I want
Because I personally did the 4-game teaser, those exact same 3, but I had Philly as well.
Oh, nice. I might join in on that.
So you had the same thing plus Philly?
In my personal account, yeah.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like the 3-game teasers. You still get plus 140 on that money on there.
Plus 140.
So I feel like that's where it's at. But adding Philadelphia in there might be the play.
Yeah.
Not my official play.
You only have the 3.
Only 3.
Only the 3. So yeah, that's my first go there for the teaser. Last time I did a teaser, I think it hit, but I don't think it was on the podcast.
Yep.
Okay.
So my second pick is going to be back to the player props. It's going to be Dak Prescott to throw over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
I like it.
Love it.
So that's at -140. I figured it'd be worse. It's not.
I did too.
That's why I want to take it.
I like that a lot.
So
that's definitely a gimme.
Denver is going to stay in the game. Like I believe it that it's going to be a close game. I believe that Denver is probably going to cover, if not win, because they have such a bad defense. But Dak has thrown two or more touchdowns in 5 of 7 games this year.
Yep.
Denver has gave up 3 touchdowns to Jackson Dart last week. So Dak Prescott is a way better quarterback.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And Denver also they stop bad quarterbacks, but they give it up to the good quarterbacks, like even the decent ones like Jackson Dart. But even Jalen Hurts got 2 touchdowns on them, and that was 2 weeks before this past weekend.
Yeah.
So I feel like Dak Prescott over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and it's nothing against your pick.
No, not at all.
Two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
I'm not scared.
No.
And then my third one, now this one everyone's probably going to laugh at me. Cade Otton, anytime touchdown.
Ooh, hot take. I didn't know you had that pick. Let's go.
I was assuming we were going to have a Bijan Robinson pick here.
I'm disappointed.
I'm a little disappointed. I thought
Did
for
that
sure.
tattoo get worked out yet? Is there a mustard somewhere?
A little mustard, a little
So,
Bijan.
trust me, I like Bijan, but I feel like I got to support the tight ends on tight end week.
All right.
Oh my God, that's 100% right.
It is tight end week.
It is tight
So,
end week.
by the way, last year we talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but last year tight end had, I think they said 11, if not 14, different tight ends had a touchdown.
It was huge.
Yeah.
They will feed
Huge.
their tight ends this
Yeah.
Sunday.
Tight end week.
Thank you for bringing that up. I
And this
appreciate
is
you.
the second year that, 2 years in a row, last year and the year before, they just went off on tight ends.
Every tight end
Nice.
does. You're right.
Yeah,
100%.
maybe the coach is like, it's tight end week, we got to show it.
Yeah. Got to showcase him.
I don't know, but with Cade Otton too, we have Mike Evans out now. Chris Godwin's out.
Yep.
Igbuka, he was beat up. He'll probably play.
Hamstring, right?
Hamstring,
Yeah.
Yep.
Tez Johnson, he's going to play.
If he runs the right routes.
Yeah. That was crazy. Totally running wrong.
You're in Mike Evans. What's happening?
I know. And who else? Bucky Irving's out, so we got Rashad in there.
I have the over rushing yards total for him.
Yeah.
I made that bet like the week he got hurt. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, and it's a division game. It's against the Saints in New Orleans. We always struggle. We're gonna have to rely on that, short touchdown pass to K-Dot in the end zone.
I can
and
see
that
it.
is
I
what
like
I'm
it.
betting on.
I could see
I
it.
like it.
And at plus 210, I figure it's worth a shot.
Yeah, why
I love
not?
it. I love it.
I love it. And if you want a safer bet, I love that bet. If you could also do the receiving on him too.
Yeah.
'Cause he will catch the ball.
Yeah, I think he was at 4.5 receptions. And
What about for yards?
I-
I would guess 40 to 50. Would be
Yeah,
my
when I was
thinking
looking at the
that,
yardage,
yeah,
I
that's
think
what
it was like 52.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because like I said, they're gonna have to rely on him, and yeah,
And I love him because he actually lines up as like a receiver.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yes.
not just
Oh, yeah.
like I watch Kelsey. Obviously, he lines up like a receiver, but he lines up, squatted over, and then eventually he just kind of comes out and then catches the ball. So I like that play a lot.
yeah. So I'm feeling good.
I like it.
I love
I like
these
it.
picks. Now, what about college? What do we got?
Did you give yours already?
I went
Oh,
first.
All right, cool. I think what I'm going to do too is I'm going to take 3, 6, 9. I'm going to do all these in one big parlay.
Let's do it.
Might as well. We'll
right.
call it the Super Duck.
You're the wild man.
Wild man.
Super
Wild man.
Doug.
All right, so for college, there's 7 games that I like. I'm only going to talk about the 3 as my official picks. It was tricky to pick which ones because there's some good ones out there. So I like Washington Huskies at home against Illinois. It's like a noon game. It's a long travel day for Illinois. So I really like the Huskies 3.5 at home. They're playing well.
They're playing really well.
That stadium's gonna be rocking. I
Yep.
feel like Illinois is gonna be kind of like long flight, whatever. Thoughts on that one?
I like it.
I like watching
Yeah.
a lot.
I
Yeah.
did too.
Yeah.
Cool. This game is my number 1 favorite game. If you're gonna take one of my picks and just do one, I keep looking at this line like scratching my head. Texas A&M, which is a juggernaut. They're ranked third in the country.
Third in the country.
They're a 2.5 point favorite against the beat up Tigers. Who
Unranked.
lost to Vanderbilt.
Unranked.
LSU looks terrible, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of talk about. We got Billy Napier, got
Yeah,
let
yeah.
go from the Gators last week, and there's a lot of talk about some hot seat for Brian Kelly. I think Texas A&M beats them by like at least 10. I mean, they're going to roll these guys.
I was shocked as less than 50.
I couldn't believe it. I mean,
Shocked.
if I was making that line, I think I'd have Texas A&M 9.5.
I was thinking 8.5.
Oh, I
I,
love
I think
that.
that's my
Yeah.
number 1 by far pick. So
And you did the same thing too when it came down to the Georgia Tech.
absolutely.
You were like, Georgia Tech's a
Yeah.
dog.
There always seems like there's like 1 or 2 games every week that you're like this. It's like you look through them and you're like that one. It's like
Yeah. The 49ers this week in the NFL.
For me, 100%.
There's just no way that line makes
Yeah,
sense.
you know what I mean. You look through them, you're just like that one
Makes no
stands
sense.
out. So that one's for sure my like. Let's go. The other one that's on here, I got Houston plus 7.5 at Arizona State. Houston's got some stuff cooking. They're doing pretty well. Their offense is on fire. Arizona State has kind of been rocky a little bit. So I like Houston to cover. I'm not sure if they'll win straight up. I could see them winning, but I definitely think they'll cover the 7.5. So
Yep.
those are my 3. I'm going to sprinkle on a couple other ones that are not my official picks.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just because we're talking about college football.
Things you like. Maybe they're leans.
Yeah, some other games you guys could look at are Ole Miss is a 5.5 point underdog against Oklahoma. I actually like Ole Miss to win that game. I think that they're going to play well. So keep an eye on that one. And then
Is Oklahoma's quarterback 100% back?
he has like a
Yeah.
broken thumb.
I was just gonna
He's
say.
Manter.
Yeah,
He's trying to
yeah,
play,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean they did not look good.
No, I was gonna say
last
because I don't
week.
think they looked that great.
They did not.
No, I like that pick a
So
lot.
I don't know why that they're the underdogs. So I feel good about Ole Miss plus 5.5, and I did one mega parlay on my own with all this. But Kentucky 8.5, they're getting 8.5 points this week against Texas. I'm just not impressed with Arch at all. Like I'm not a big fan, so I feel like Kentucky's going to hang in there. I'm not saying they're going to win the game, but I think they keep that within like 3 or 4 points. My last 2. So this one's going to be really interesting. USF, go Bulls. They're a 5.5 point favorite on the road against Memphis, who just lost to Trent Dilfer's
That was
UAB.
crazy. 21 point underdogs.
Yep. So that was bonkers that Memphis blew that game. But I mean, we see it every year. There's always one head scratcher game where you're
Yep.
like, I mean, it was like Notre Dame last year losing to North Carolina State. So this game, I'm open to debate. I think USF will win. 5.5 was a little bit of a head scratch, but USF's really rolling too.
Oh, they're rolling.
We were
They
at
are
that game.
rolling.
We were at the game against FAU, and that was fun to watch. I mean, the quarterback just loves to just run the
Byron
ball.
Brown, man.
Byron Brown just he's a
so
runner.
good.
It's like man against boys.
Yeah.
He's just so fast and fluid.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. We
21.5 point favorite.
21, they covered easily.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason that this game's so exciting too, I think it's a 12 o'clock kick on ESPN, I believe, on Saturday.
Ooh, I love a noon game on
I know.
Saturday.
Love
Give
it,
us some
love it.
noon.
I always feel like when you're the away team going on the road, on the earlier it is, sometimes it's sneaky. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think so. Whoever wins this game has a chance to be like top dog in the conference.
100%.
And whoever's the top dog of the conference is going to the
Playoffs. Yep.
which is
huge.
super exciting.
Huge.
And we might need to make a pact that if like the Bulls get to the playoff, we go on site.
I'm in.
Do a little broadcast there.
I love that.
The last game, this one is really interesting. I'm not really sure I have a play on it, but I'm excited to watch it. Is number 15 Missouri at number 10 6-1 Vanderbilt. Their only loss was Alabama. Vanderbilt is a 2.5 point favorite. Missouri's playing awesome. I don't know. So that's going to be. I'm excited to watch that game. If I had to pick it, I'd probably take Vandy with the points at 2.5.
Go. I was hoping you'd lean that
I
way.
was
because
just
I feel
say,
the same
every
way.
time we
Vandy.
bet on Vandy, we win. We bet against Vandy, we lose.
No.
There's just something special about this team. It's kind of like the Bucks, where it's like they just find ways to win. They got it going on there.
Yep.
So those are my picks. So my top 3 picks for the show are Washington -3.5, Texas -2.5, Houston +7.5. So
I love it.
what did we miss? Anything else to wrap?
He's got to give us picks. Give the picks.
I'll give them again. So once again, this is the revenge week where I'm going to go.
did. You picked us
Pittsburgh.
off.
Yeah,
What's
he
wrong
gets
with
us
me,
off.
man? There's
We're not used to you being.
Hold on.
no, you were gone for 1 week. It throws us off our rhythm.
Ryan, right? You're, okay.
His name is still right? All right, so yes.
I didn't run through mine though at the end like
Do
we're
it.
supposed to.
Okay,
Go
yeah.
for it, man.
Yeah, go for
Yeah.
it.
So my first pick was a teaser: Cincinnati, Atlanta, and New England, teasing 6 points. My second pick was Dak Prescott over 1.5 passing touchdowns at -140, and Kate Otten an anytime touchdown at +210.
I like it. I like it. I'm excited. I'm excited to get that duck this week, gentlemen.
That's
I like
it. That
it.
might be
Yeah.
your
Duck's
week.
mine.
Any games that we didn't talk about, one of the games that I'm looking forward to watching, but I can't figure out which side to lean, and I'm a huge Bucks fan. It's like 3.5. The line came down because it was, I think, 5.
Because of injuries.
Because of injury with the
Yeah.
Bucks against the Saints, and we're in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we got one more week for the
Dome.
bye. I just want the bye week to hit already because then we can
Yeah.
just get a little
Rest.
rest. We need some rest,
Yeah.
man.
And then
so-
also,
it's so
I'm
tough
really
to play that
excited
dome.
about the game tonight, actually.
yes.
So I really think Minnesota's a 3.5 point underdog versus the
Chargers.
Chargers. And I just really feel like Minnesota can actually hang with them.
I know. So I wanted to pick a side because I'm like Chargers. But you know what? Just pick the props. Props are my favorite play to do.
Yeah.
If I can't pick a side, I'm like I can still get a little money in there. Just
You
watch
know what's
the
really
game.
interesting, by the way? If you want to get that Kansas City bet, you need to make that before tonight's game.
Oh,
Because,
for the
because
division.
if the
Yes.
Chargers lose this bet, that'll dramatically change the number.
I may have to do the hard rock. No, that's a good point.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the only reason the only reason they're not bigger is because the Chargers beat them head to head.
Yeah, I have to lock it
Yes.
into the hard rock because I
Yes.
definitely like the Chiefs win the division.
Yeah.
They're gonna win it. It's just it feels very. I'm heavily inclined to go that route.
Or we may need to drive over there.
Yeah. I've noticed a lot of looks at my shirt here. So this is
Yes.
the Parlay Bros shirt. So merch is on the way. We got
Yes.
the banner, hats.
Yes, what I love the most is the back of that shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Show them.
Showed off.
Because you
Should've bet
always
more.
bet more.
Yeah.
If
Always
you get to follow my plays, I feel like I should have been
You
more.
should've been
each of
more.
those plays.
Should've been
Speaking of
more.
that, I think we should do a short after this with all of our picks. Throw it on the, see what the payout is. If you did all of those,
little
3,
parlay?
6, 9, 12, 12 leg parlay, put
do it.
$10 on it, see what it is.
Let's do it. I like it.
Like I'm here
Cool.
for it.
All right. Enjoy the
Ready.
games.
Signing
We'll
off.
see you soon.
See you
See you
guys.
next week.
Take
Have
care.
fun.
We'll see you.
Yep. Good job. That was good.